All right. Number one, 3/4 time signature, preparing you for numbers 2 and 3. And if I haven't mentioned this yet, what we're doing here is playing a 2 across 3 polyrhythm. Often you will hear this as 2 against 3, but the reason why I like to say 2 across 3 is because we are playing 2 chords evenly spaced across 1, 2, 3 beats. So 2 chords evenly spaced across 3 beats. Every time we play a chord, each chord is a beat and a half. So every chord strum is equally spaced. So the chord strum hits at 1 tempo, while the downbeat metronome click happens at its own tempo. So every time the metronome clicks 3 times, and every time we strum the chord twice, the pattern starts over again. So the click of the metronome, the 3 clicks, that's its own tempo. The 2 chord strums, that's its own tempo. That's why it's a polyrhythm, because there's multiple tempos. Would make sense to call it a polytempo. Because saying multiple rhythms, like, well, there's multiple rhythms in damn near everything you play. But hey, that's what the terms are, and that's what we got. So keep that hand moving the whole time. Doing so will really help make sure you are going to strum the chord at the right time. Will help you follow the metronome. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. And 1. 2, and 1. 2, and 3. 1 and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 3. 120. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, number 2. Changing chords every time that polyrhythm pattern starts over again. So every 2 chord strums, or every 2 strums we hit, we change chords. 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And 1. And 1. And 3. 1. And 3. 1. And 1. And 1. There I was counting it as if it was a 3/4 time signature, just to make following along easier. Here it is at 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 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 1, 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Number 3, same strum pattern, but now we change chords with each new bar. So for something like this, what I like to do is count how many times I played the chord in each bar. So I count 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2. So hopefully, when you start working on this, the strumming pattern will be more subconscious. You just put it on autopilot. There we go. Put it on autopilot and change the chords when necessary. But of course, you can still count the whole thing out if need be. 60 beats per minute. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Done. So you can also, again, count it like it's a 3/4 time signature. So which we go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, 1, 2, 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 and 1, 2, and 3, done. Or you can count all the eighth notes, the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and whatever helps you get this right. That's totally fine. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, done. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew. All right. Sorry, we just finished going over circle of fifths, circle of fourths. Which reminds me, I need to bring that up. I don't know if I sent that to you yet or not. I don't think I did. But I will. I will. Alright, there's your folder. Here's what you did yesterday. I gotta change a couple things to show that. I also want to bring up circle of fifths image, which I thought was in here, but apparently not. Oh, where did I put that thing? There it is. Opening. All right. So let's look at what you did first. And zoom in a bit. Okay. So this was just to really show, what the major scale is, using the major scale formula, how we name the notes, keeping everything in order, nice and uniform. So things that we talked about, all 7 note names have to be used when we are working with a major scale, or anything that comes from a major scale. And we never mix sharps and flats in the same key. So up here, we have natural and sharp notes. And down here, we have natural and flat notes. But never sharps and flats together. So when you do this correctly, that's how it's going to happen. So, with the whole circle of fifths thing, when you start on the key of C and you go up to the 5th note in that key, that is the root note for the major scale that contains 1 sharp. The new sharp is always the 7th note. So the 5th note in the key of G is D. D is the root note of the major scale containing 2 sharps. The previous sharp always carries over. And again, the new sharp is always the 7th note. If we go backwards or down the circle of fifths, counterclockwise, we get the flat key root notes. But instead of going backwards, I just go up 4. So I got 4 notes for the flats. So F is the 4th note in the key of C. F is the root note of the major key, or major scale, containing 1 flat. The 1 flat that's introduced, or the new flat, is always the 4th note, which again is the root note of the new flat key. So the key of B flat contains 2 flats. The key of E flat contains 3 flats, and so on. So this, here's a pretty nice image to show that. Oh, I can't zoom in and out the way I'd like. So, that works. Alright. You see here, got C, that's the starting point. You go clockwise around the circle of fifths. Key of G gives you 1 sharp. Key of D gives you 2 sharps. Key of A gives you 3 sharps, and so on. Counterclockwise, or up 4 notes at a time, circle of fourths. You get F is the root, or F is the key with 1 flat. B flat has 2 flats. E flat has 3 flats, and so on. The stuff in the middle, the red, like it says here, that's minor key. So major key in black on the outside, minor key in red on the inside. So the key of A minor is the same notes as the key of C. C major is the relative major of A minor. A minor is the relative minor of major. So basically, key of C major and key of A minor, same notes. Key of G, key of E minor, same notes. Key of D and key of B, or key of D major and key of B minor, same notes, so on. And then down here, you got your keys listed in order of like increasing flats and increasing sharps. So key of F has the 1 flat, key of B flat has the 2 flats, and you see the same flats just carry over, and over here, same deal with the sharps. The Roman numerals, never mind. I just remembered I erased those. I was about to say ignore the Roman numerals on this thing, but I already erased it. Never mind. Alright, you got any questions with that? Let me know. Those images, like the worksheet you did, plus this image, good thing to have handy to reference whenever you need it. And any questions come up, let me know. I will see you again in 2 weeks.